Hi, KB. How are you today? So this quarter in GP, we are learning about community helpers. And this week, we are learning about dentists. Now, dentists are very, very important because they help us to take care of our teeth. We only get two sets of teeth in our life. Our baby teeth, which grow when we are little, and then we lose our teeth when we are children, and then we get our adult teeth. So many of you right now have already lost some of your teeth. You're already growing in your adult teeth, but we only get two sets. So once we have our adult teeth, we don't get any more teeth. So we have to take care of them and keep them nice and clean. Okay, so today we're going to talk about why it's so important to keep our teeth clean. What can happen when we eat food with lots of sugar or when we drink food with lots of sugar? So we are going to do an experiment to see what happens to our teeth when we eat and drink things that are not very healthy for us. Okay, so for today's experiment, you're going to want to look at this piece of paper. And the first one says, ask a question. What happens to our teeth when we drink soda? Now, soda can be anything like Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta. So what do you think happens to our teeth when we eat or when we drink soda? It says form a hypothesis. Let's say hypothesis together. Hypothesis. One more time. Hypothesis. So hypothesis is just a big word for what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? So what do you think will happen when we drink soda? There's no right or wrong answer. So I want you to write down on the lines what you think will happen when we drink soda. Do you think it makes our teeth fall out? Do you think that we can get holes in our teeth? Do you think it is healthy for us to drink soda? So I want you to take a moment with your pencil and your paper, and on the lines right here, I want you to write down what you think will happen when you drink soda. Okay, so for today's experiment, if you have the materials at home, that's great. You can follow along with me. But if you don't, that's okay too. All right, the materials that we will need are 2 cups that are clear is better. Mine are plastic. You're also going to need some water, regular water, and you're also going to need some Coca-Cola or the soda. The last thing you're going to need are 2 eggs, and I have my eggs right here. Now the eggs in this experiment are going to be like your teeth. I want you to think of the eggs as teeth. So these are my teeth, yeah, or they are your teeth, okay? So we're going to see what happens when you drink soda. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to take one tooth and put it very, very carefully into 1 cup. Now I'm going to take the second tooth and put it very, very carefully into another cup. Now, it's very, very important that every day you are drinking water. You know, when you're at school, every 30 minutes, let me see your water. We need to make sure you're drinking down to a certain line. It's very important because water is so healthy for you. It's healthy for your body, it's healthy for your mind, it's healthy for your teeth. So in this glass with this tooth, I'm going to give it some water. And I'm gonna put it aside. All right. Now in the second glass with my other tooth, I'm going to give it some Coca-Cola. So let's pour some Coca-Cola in here. Very good. All right, so in this glass, we're drinking water. And in this glass, it's like drinking Coca-Cola. Now I'm going to leave these teeth in the cups overnight. So I'm putting them in here today, and I'm not going to take them out until tomorrow. So don't take the teeth out. So on Monday, we talked about the importance of brushing your teeth. How many times a day should you brush your teeth? That's right, 2 times in the morning and at night. It's very, very important because all day long, maybe you're eating candy or even eating rice or chicken, you're drinking milk. And so before you go to bed, you have to brush your teeth to get all of the germs out. And then when you wake up the next morning, it's nice to start with a fresh breath and a fresh mouth. So you're going to want to brush your teeth again. So in this experiment, we're not going to brush our teeth. We're just going to let our teeth sit in the water and sit in the Coca-Cola, and we're going to come back tomorrow and see what happens. All right, so that's it for today, and I will see you again tomorrow to check on our teeth. Hi, KB. So we're back again today to find out what happens to our teeth when we drink water and when we drink soda. So these have been sitting all night and then all morning long. So this is my tooth that's in water, and this is my tooth that's in soda or that's in Coca-Cola. The only extra thing we need today is a spoon and probably some tissue so we don't make a mess. Okay, so first we're going to check our tooth that's in water. So let's find out what happens to this one. So I'm gonna take my tooth out very carefully. Put it on the tissue so it's not too wet. So let's take a look. What color is my tooth that has been sitting in water? It's still white. It's still nice and clean. The water was a little bit dirty, but the tooth is still quite clean. All right, so now let's take a look at our tooth that has been sitting in Coca-Cola. Again, very carefully with the spoon, we're going to take it out. Gonna put it on the tissue so it doesn't get too messy. All right, so this is my tooth that's been sitting in Coca-Cola all night long. What color is this one? It's brown. The top is light brown and dark brown. There's spots all over it. You see the spots? So from this very easy experiment, you can see the difference in what happens to our teeth if we drink water and if we drink Coca-Cola. What do you want your teeth to look like? Do you want your teeth to look like this? Or do you want your teeth to look like this? You're probably going to choose this one. We all want to have nice and white and clean teeth. So this is why it's very, very important to not only brush your teeth, but to make sure that you're eating and drinking things that are very healthy for you and that don't have too much sugar. Now, just for fun, We're going to take our tooth that's been sitting in Coca-Cola, and we're going to see what happens if we brush it. So I have a toothbrush here, and I have some toothpaste here. So I'm going to put just a little bit of toothpaste. You don't need that much. A little bit of toothpaste on my toothbrush. And now I'm going to brush the egg or brush my tooth. So I'm brushing, and remember when you're brushing, you're also going to want to use water. So I'm gonna dip my toothbrush in the water and come back. I'm gonna brush some more very, very, very carefully so I don't make a mess. All right, so I'm not gonna brush the whole egg, but or the whole tooth, but I am gonna brush part of it. Now let's take a look at what's already happened just from brushing just a short while. You can see that the egg is clean now. You can see that the tooth is clean now. So over here where I didn't brush, it's still very dirty. And over here where I did brush, it's nice and white again. The same thing happens when you brush your teeth. So you might not see it, but when you're eating food all day long, your teeth are getting very, very dirty. That's why it's so important that every night you're brushing your teeth to get all of the germs off and all of the dirt that you can't even see. That way we can have teeth that look like this. Very good. All right, so let's finish our worksheet about the soda experiment. Okay, so we're looking back at our worksheet that we started yesterday. And yesterday you should have written a hypothesis or what you thought would happen to your teeth. It's okay if you weren't right. If you were wrong, you don't need to erase. That's what doing experiments is all about learning and making guesses and seeing if you're correct or incorrect. It's no problem if you don't have the right answer. So then we also tested the hypothesis, which is doing the experiment. We put one egg in soda, we put the other egg in water, and then we waited until the next day to check and compare the two eggs together. So now we're going to finish the worksheet where it says make and record observations. Color the eggs and write observations. Egg in soda. So what color was the egg in the soda? It was brown. Very good. So we should color this egg brown. Excellent. Egg in water. What color was our egg when it was in the water? It was still white. Very good. So do we need to color this egg white? No, we don't, because it's already white on the paper. So the last thing we're going to do is draw a conclusion. You know this word conclusion from English because it means the last sentence or the last paragraph. And same in this situation, it means the last thing that we are going to do with our experiment. What does soda do to your teeth? So on this very bottom line, we're going to write what we learned. And I want you to take your pencil now and write, I learned that soda does what? It makes your teeth brown. Very good. Okay, I hope you learned a lot by doing this experiment, and I hope you feel extra motivated to brush your teeth every night and every morning because it's so important to take care of our teeth. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.